And welcome back to the stream of the Grand Asia Open Philippines 2025. So I'm RJ Jacinto and I'm with
Maximus, and we're back for round number 4. We're halfway through
the Swiss round.
the Swiss round, and
Moise versus Ludovic. Oh, Moise is going for, will be the second on the draw. And Ludovic passing, of course, turn 1. There's very few blurple, if there's any, that uses a lot to search. It looks like now I think here one of the crucial elements of this matchup is how many ramp cards do you have in your hand, and Ludovic missed his first turn to ramp. That's could have been a gear 2 that
Yep.
would have pushed him earlier to 8 Dawn. And now we are Moises on the other hand went for Bonchan, goes for 7k. Ludovic, will he tries to take this one?
yep. So most probably the reason why he took this attack is because he has access for a Thunder Bagua, or he's looking for a Ram card.
Yeah.
So it still depends if they actually kept the right hand cards for this matchup.
Five
so now
Dawn,
five
that's going
Dons.
to be a Nami. Oh, 4?
4 Dons.
Oh, 4
There
Dons,
you go.
yeah.
And now he has access for a Thunder Bagua, but he's
Oh.
going for a 7k onto the leader. Both of them has Bond Chance or Bond Clays on their field. So this is actually pretty interesting for both these players. So going
8,
Moise
7,
is going
7 Dawn.
7 Dons, right? So still no leader ability on the next turn, so you won't be able to take advantage
He can
of
go
the cards.
for, with this one, he can go for God Thread if he has that. Again, that Bonchan will be a threat in the late game, because in this matchup, you will have multiple 9k characters on the board, and of course, Bonchan can copy those 9k power and be a 9k himself. But let's see if Moise has something that can remove that Bonchan, and went for a 9k attack. Actually, as you mentioned earlier, it depends on the tech cards, and I know I have played against Ludovic's Blurple Luffy, and his tech card here is the 9 Cosmihawk. He do have 9 Cosmihawk on his deck list. I think he reduced the number of Katakuri on his deck and went, oh wow, he got another and another
All right.
Bonchan.
That's a pretty good play there by Moise. He now has access to
10
the
turns
leader's
next turn.
effect.
Yeah.
Yep. So 8, which for those who doesn't know, the ability of the Blue Purple Luffy or Blue Purple Luffy is whenever you have 8 Dons on your field at the end of your opponent's turn, or before the start of your turn, you'll be or before the refresh phase,
Yeah.
rather, that's the time that you'll be able to check the top 5 cards of your deck and choose one Straw Hat, and you can sort out or put them at the bottom.
And Nami for Ludovic. This is actually not good for Ludovic, because 2, 4,
He's at 8
6,
Dons, right?
8 Dons
as well.
now. But Moise is already at 10 Dons next turn. So
That's right.
he now has access to the Sanji to Big Mom combo plus 1 Don that will be used for either a Gum Gum Giant or a Gear 2.
That's
So
right.
let's see if Vic can catch up. The only thing that, well, if Moise miss, oh, there you go. That's the Big Mom 9. He already has Sanji on his hand. So, wait.
Right.
I'm not sure if I saw it right, but I think there's no Straw Hat on the top 5 cards of Moise. I saw a Katakuri, a Thunder Bagua, and a Lin Lin. I'm not
There's a
sure.
Sanji, though.
No, that's his hand cards.
Oh, that's his hand cards, rather. So there you go.
A
There.
Pudding. Oh, we do have a Gum Gum Giant.
Yep,
Okay,
there you
so
go.
he can draw the other Gum Gum Giant.
Or
And
the
then-
Thunder Bagua as well.
Yes.
Or the Pudding, right? Because Ludovic took a lot of damage by taking 2 from the
That's true.
life. So
So
We'll
let's see if he goes for Sanji to Big Mom or Sanji to Pudding. That can also be the play here. But it looks like he's drawing Thunder Bagua and going for the Sanji to Big Mom combo, putting, of course, Bonchan into the bottom.
all
And
right.
actually, those Bonchans of Moise can attack for 6k because Nami is on the board.
That's right. So which gives him access on pushing Ludovic to to use at least 2 1k counters or 2 2k counters as well, or possibly an event.
That is true. And now let's see Moise going for 6k. change his mind. Oh,
He's gonna go for 7K.
Oh, he's pushing.
All right.
He's now pushing for if Ludovic. I think if Ludovic takes this one, he will play pudding instead. But
That's
went
right.
for Sanji.
Play for the big mom.
Wait, I think there's a mistake there. Moy should have no active dons
That's right.
now because Moy's there's a misplay there. Should have no active dons. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think the judge will call it sooner or later. But yeah, one don attached to Luffy means should have no active dons.
That's right. Because
There you go.
There you go. Yep. Sanji requires 9 dons for him to be able to get used. So there you go. Ludovic was able to call it out. Checking his options here from the leader ability, he does have a removal there, but again, Moise has the upper hand here since he was able to play 2 big bodies that turn with the help of Sanji. There you
Now,
go.
This is the problem for Ludovic. You do have Red Rock, but if you play Red Rock, that means you can't play your own big characters.
That's right.
And now, Red Rock can only remove one of those 2 9K attackers. So, even though you can remove one, you still have to be worried about the other that will be remaining on the board. So, he has a big decision to make. He can either go for the removal or he can play his own 9 cost, which I'm not sure if he has it. I haven't seen his hand cards yet. I think he needs to play his own big mom here if he has one.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
Bonchan.
right.
There you go. 9. I'm quite surprised that Moise did not put Bonchan into the bottom with the Lin Lin ability.
That's
and there
right.
you go. 9 cost Big Mom also on the side of Ludovic, and he trashed that Red Rock that he put, and now Moise back to 3. But Vic has to be very careful. That Bonchan will be a 9K attacker.
That's right. So that's 3 9K attacks from Moise, possible 9K attacks. And if he tries to use any Gum Gum Giants, his leader ability will not be active since he will only have 7 dons
Wait,
at the end of the
I
turn.
think there's no Straw Hat on Moist top 5. There's 2 Katakuri, 2 Doflamingo, and a Pudding on the top 5. So he will miss the leader ability. But
But he can still sort
he
it.
can still sort it. Right? Right?
That,
2
yep.
Katakuri, 2 Dofi. So he
Yep,
missed
there's no
the
Straw Hat.
traditional draw.
And
and
he's
now
gonna let it
Ludovic
stay.
has an idea. He's a blurple player. He knows what the non-straw hat cards is. There's a little smile on Ludovic's face.
I saw that. I saw that. Okay, that's less 1 hand card to become my problem next turn. So, but again, the biggest problem here is there's 3 9K attacks coming from Moist, possibly 3 9Ks and a 16K attack from the leader. But
So
he will
with-
test the waters
Yeah,
here
so
with a 6K to the leader.
That means he is going for the Katakuri play, or possibly can go for the big damage here. He can go for Pudding and then attack with 9Ks just to punish Ludovic for having a lot of hand cards. But it looks like he's going for just brute forcing that attack and will be playing that 8 cost Katakuri next.
That's right. So, Ludovic thinking if he will use one of his hand cards to guard Moises' attack, but again, that's 9K, so it requires at least a 3K counter for him to be able to, block or guard this attack. So 3K counter plus a 1K rather. So it requires a Gum Gum Giant or a
2-2K.
Gear 2 or
Ooh,
2-2Ks.
Nami.
There you go, 2-2Ks, which is actually pretty, good choice there.
Whoa, okay.
By Moise. He was able to put 1 Red Rock using that trigger to put that Bond Clay at the bottom of the deck.
Ludovic was hoping that Moise attacks with a bigger character first, so that he can bottom that that Bonchan. And actually, Moise was about to do that earlier.
That's
but
right.
chose to go for the Bonchan instead. Actually, that's a good decision. And there you go. That's the Katakuri 8. I think one of the most powerful purple
True,
cards
that's true.
in the game right now. An 8K blocker that can restand, so technically
And
a
also
sword
ramps
and
you up.
shield. Yeah. And also, yeah, that's she mentioned it. Also a crucial card for Blurple because that enables the Lin Lin to Gum Gum Giant to combo, and will still you will still have enough dons to go for the leader ability next turn.
That's right. So now he passes the turn. He's still almost fresh here. See, he has 3 HPs for his leader. Ludovic has 0 with only 2 on the board. This is really tough for Ludovic. And Moist has a blocker with a bigger body with 8K, which is the Katakuri. So now he tested the waters with a 6K. Moist took it. He still has 2 HP or 2 life cards, and I think he has 7 on his hand. Multiple Gum Gum Giants as well, so he's pretty safe from any lethal attacks here from Ludovic. And Ludovic attacks for another 9K. Will Moist take it, or will he block it with a 2K and add a 2K counter for the guard?
That's
So
actually good for Moist right now. But the next cards for Moist would be another Katakuri, a Pudding, and 2
Sanji and a Big Mom. There you go.
Flamingo.
All right,
So
that's a good
now-
play there by Ludovic because he will be able to heal up, right?
Yeah. But the problem with this board right now is that Ludovic will be forced to be on the defense until Moist manage to, or Moist won't build this board. But again, there's another 8 cost Katakuri on the top of his deck right now.
That's right.
And there you go.
Still
three.
no
That's 3.
straw hats.
That's another miss, and the full set of 8 cost Katakuri. Wow, I think this is the breathing room that Ludovic might or should capitalize. Another miss means he now knows what the hand cards or what the
Exactly.
top cards would be.
So it means
Oh, he
that
went-
there's
he
multiple
bottomed it.
blockers because he needs to, right?
Yes. But the problem is Moist doesn't have any big characters on his hand right now. Well, he can push, he can go for putting play and then force the issue to Ludovic.
That's
He
right.
can do that. But again, that this is the breathing room that Vic. Oh, he
All
went
right.
for the Usohachi.
Then the pudding.
Yeah.
All
Moist
right.
realized he will be behind if he goes for the normal route. He will be pushing. He wants Ludovic to be uncomfortable. If he managed to get another Big Mom 9, he wants to put the pressure on Ludovic. And let's see, because if he managed to get multiple 2K
2K
counters
counters.
and oh, he smiled, Ludovic, with that smile. It looks like
You know what that means. He doesn't have any
doesn't have any
counters.
counters.
And then
And
Moist
I think-
will just go for a
And there
9K
you go.
and a Sanji.
Ludovic, 3 Sanji. now.
Wow. Really
That was-
unfortunate, right?
That was a very painful pudding. But Moist, it's more of an adjustment because of his bad RNG. But Ludovic has a worse RNG there. Putting
That's right.
into a 3-9 cost Sanji means he doesn't have any counter and can't guard the 3 9K attacks on coming from Moist. And